it's something which only people who are practicing Judaism are aware of, that personal dimension as well. But outside of Judaism, I think we only ever get depicted as legalists. I think that's the way we are depicted. But this is, yes, please, if you want to.
Well, I think when we try to formulate something in speech,
yes,
that if a person happens to be a poet and is able to write poetry, maybe he can formulate in language what he experiences. But most of us can't. We don't know. We don't know how to formulate things. You don't have to go to spiritual experiences. Even when we try to describe something that we've seen, say you want giving testimony in court, and you're supposed to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. And I think there's nothing further from the truth than saying that I'm giving truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Mm-hmm. Nobody can do that.
Right.
When you're recalling something, when you want to say something and talk about something, you're recalling it. You're recalling it means actually what you're thinking. You're reconstructing something in your brain using language.
Yes.
And it's not the same as the experience.
Right, that's right. And our brains also automatically filter things according to what we have already experienced.
Right.
So we are always interpreting things.
Right.
Yes.
Right. So since different people interpret things differently, and it seems to be a universal human experience to experience God. Not everybody does, but in every society they have something which maybe we don't like, idolatry or whatever, but this is something that is something connected in some way with God. Mm-hmm. And they perceive it differently.
Right.
I think that, when some people say if you have three Jews in a room, you have five religions, you have five understandings. When you talk about religion, you have five understandings. Different people understand things different. Different cultures, surely, the way the thing is even discussed is a result of the communal experience and expressing this experience in language and music and maybe in dance also.
Yeah.
So we all have something to learn about. First, our own limitations of our understanding. Whether we can actually understand what someone else is feeling and experiencing, that's a difficult question. And I don't know to what extent it is for us, but we certainly can learn about some of the things we lack in our understanding. Mm-hmm. And that's a more or less static picture. But if we take religion as, well, shall I ask the question?
Go on.
When we think about what is religion, what is a religion?
That's the question. Go ahead. I was just about to ask you. Good.
Let the audience think for a bit. Had to define for themselves what is a religion, not my religion, not your religion, a general definition of religion.
What is a general definition of religion? If you want to start typing things in the chat there, if you can. It took me a few minutes the other day when we were talking about it. I was thinking, and I had to reformulate it a few. You asked this in the where were you when you asked this to the audience?
In interfaith meetings usually. What I did when I thought about this question before I started talking, I said that this is a question which I think everybody should think about. Everybody who is religious and talking about interfaith should say what is a religion?
Yeah.
What are the limits of a religion? What are the boundaries of it, and where does it begin and where does it end? What is it for?
Yeah. And most people at that time.
And the response to this question was uniformly laughter.
Laughter, because
this is laughter is a reflex to surprise.
Yes.
If it's not threatening. It's one of the responses, and that was practical. I mean, maybe because if the first one laughed, the others also did, and usually it took a couple of minutes, but to get to help people, I would talk about syllogism and talk about the definition by function. But I saw also that in discussion of the Catholic Church, they use this term, which is so basic to religion, and the term is community.
Community. We have a suggestion from Ghost Butterflies in the audience. Suggests, how about a codification of spiritual beliefs? Codification.
Yes, I say that's part of it, but it's not for that one doesn't need religion. For that, right. you can have one person formulating
codify their own spiritual beliefs, right?
And it doesn't. There's no relation to anybody else,
right? So the key word.
All the religions are community affairs. How big the community? Maybe it's 10 people, maybe it's 2 people, and maybe it's 2 billion people.
Right. Yeah, and that's the thing, community. And that's what's being attacked in the modern world when people are attacking religion and say, oh, I don't believe in religion, I believe in spirituality. What they're actually attacking is the community. And there's a breakdown of society which is leading to that. It actually leads to that. And once you've broken it down or attacked community, then everybody is an island and everybody is vulnerable. When we
everybody is lonely. And you have this feeling of being abandoned, being lonely all over the Western world. Who would have heard it when I was a child? Nobody was lonely.
Right. Yeah.
You couldn't be lonely
had
if you lived in your family, and if you walk in the street and you were doing something you shouldn't be doing. Any stranger.
Oops, got some kind of interruption here.